YouTubers from around the world, how are you doing? I'm Elric, you are watching Tech of Tomorrow, and today we're going to have a head-to-head battle between two cards that are exactly, pretty much the exact same price. This is on the AMD side of things, the RX 590, and on the NVIDIA side of things, the brand new GTX 1660 Ti. Now, both of these cards are about $279, so I think that's a pretty equal thing. So I want to say something right off the bat. Like, I'll have other videos where I show the cards and comparisons against everything, but I figured right off the bat we might as well compare things at cost, because let's just face it, when you go out there to buy something, whether it's AMD, whether it's NVIDIA, the only thing that you really should be looking at is the performance and the way that the games are played on the card that you are choosing. That should be it. Everything else I feel should be left off to the side of the road, because when it comes to my money, I want what's going to be the absolute best for me, and I leave everything else off to the side of the table. Now, with that said, the new Zotac card is pretty neat. Now, this is their, I would assume, their entry-level 1660 Ti card. They have one actually unit that's above this one. It's a little bit more expensive actually as a backplate. Now, you notice the two fans on the front of this card are actually two different sizes. It's just kind of like my nuts. They're I'm a little too personal there, you know. I think this is a problem for everybody though, right? Yeah. But anyways, you can see the fans are actually two different sizes on the card. Underneath the two fans, you can see the rest of the cooling apparatus. It's got a bunch of heat fins and all that stuff. Obviously, it's going to have something attached to the GPU as well. Then it's going to go up from there into those cooling fans, and these fans are going to blow all that heat and dissipate it away from the card, keeping the card running cool. Now, like I said, this particular card doesn't have a backplate. But one thing really cool about this card, though, is it will fit in about 99% of the systems out there in the market. That's right. So chances are, if you have a system and you want to upgrade to this card, it's going to fit inside your system. It only has a single requirement, which is a single 8-pin power connector. Little bad boys right here. Single 8-pin power connector. They recommend a 450-watt power supply, but I bet if you had a good 400-watt power supply and you had this in your system, you'd probably be good to go. 1,536 CUDA cores inside this bad boy, 6 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, 109 2-bit memory interface, 1,770 megahertz on the boost clock on this particular model here. So pretty nice boost clock. We'll have to see if it does a little bit different when we do all the testing, which is coming right up. But that's pretty much this card. It's pretty much, I feel, and since it's $279, I guess it's going to be considered mid-level now and not entry-level. So this is actually probably a mid-level card, but a 590 is also a mid-level card as well. So with that said, though, let's real quick check out our test system. If you guys would actually like to see a video more about our test system and break it all down, we'll do that for you. But I decided to stick with the i7-8700K. Now, the motherboard is the Asus Maximus Hero. We have 32 gigabytes of GDDR4 memory on this bad boy. I've got a 256 gigabyte SSD for the boot drive, and I have a 2 terabyte drive. This is the Seagate Barracuda drive. Now, as far as the drivers that we use for testing, you guys asked, we told you the exact drivers. So on the NVIDIA side of things, we use the latest beta driver. This is the 41891 driver. And on the AMD side of things, we're using the 19.2 driver. We're using the latest anniversary edition of Windows, and every game is patched and everything is as updated as we can get it. With that said, though, let's jump in, let's rock out to the new benchmark song, and let's see how these cards do head to head. The Zotac 1660 Ti got as hot as 75C under a full load. And the XFX Fatboy 590 actually got as hot as 81 Celsius. Alright, so there you have it, a head-to-head battle between two cards that are completely and identically priced. If you got $279 and you're looking for a card, these two cards are definitely two that are in the same category. Now, with that said, this card, I know people are going to really probably hate it on the AMD side of cards, but the 1660 Ti actually does beat the 590. Between 2 and 10 frames per second, and on Doom, I think almost 20 frames per second. So this card actually wins. And as far as the heat goes, this card runs a little cooler. Like we said, 81 Celsius on the Fatboy, 75 Celsius on the Zotac. So at the end of the day, I would have to say for a mid-level card, this is definitely going to be an editor's choice card. I haven't seen the version that's right above it. I'm going to ask Zotac for it. Maybe I can get that thing in my hands and to see how it does. But at the end of the day, in this particular battle, for the same exact price cards, I have to say that the NVIDIA card is the clear winner in this category. I'm Elric. Peace out. Love to see you guys back on the channel. If you're not subbed, you know what to do. Make sure notifications are turned on. And hey, you can always support the channel by donating as little as $2 measly to us on our Patreon site. So peace out. Love you. Bye-bye.